Hey, Railbirds, we are back at the 2023 U.S. National Artistic Pool Championship, presented by the League Room and Diamond Billiard Products. We are coming at you live from the beautiful League Room here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. This event brought to you by Perimeter Billiard Lights and the League Room, Diamond Billiard Products, Championship, Billiard Cloth, Dynaspheres, and PremierBilliards.com. Thank you guys for your support. It is appreciated. So we are in the elimination matches. We have a quarterfinals match. We have Jason the Michigan Kid Lynch versus Steve Philly Flash Markle. They are just finishing up their practice round at the moment, and we'll be getting started in just a moment.
30 seconds to go, time players. 30 seconds.
As you could hear from Jason, 30 seconds to go. So I am being joined by Andrew, the driver, Sozio, and James Marvin. Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good evening. How y'all doing today?
Just another day in paradise.
One last swing cue. 10, 9, 8, 5.
Steve, looks like he's running out of time here.
Yeah, got some weird sounds going on here. All right, looks like we are ready to get this show going. Everyone's shaking hands. So I will turn the mic over to you guys. I'll just fly the ship over here.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. Andrew, good to be sitting here with you, sir.
Good to be here. Yeah, we'll be. Oh, now where is Jason going? Jason just ran up to the bar.
Okay.
Gotta go get some liquid courage, I guess. I don't know.
I was thinking maybe I'm not sitting next to him.
All right, here we go.
So, Jason, the Michigan Kid Lynch, and Steve, Philly Flash Markle, two friends of mine. Like both of these gentlemen, very nice guys, fun to be around. Jason's from Bay City, Michigan. He's the 2019 World Special Arts Champion, two-time World Jump Champion, former World Draw and Bank Kick Champion. Sponsored by Paramount Billiards, Railbirds Productions, Mid-Michigan APA, Digital Pool, Bulletproof Tips, Town Chalk, In the Box, The League Room, and Kelly's Pool Hall. He's got quite a few patches on his vest. He's going to be playing Steve Markle Pool.com on the back of his shirt. He's out of Levittown, Pennsylvania, 2019 Lincoln Nautilus commercial featured player, former member of the ESPN Team USA, 2013 USBA World Trick Shot runner-up, and the 2013 World Massage Champion. His sponsors are the IBEW Local 98 and Flipside Wallets. That's Steve, the Philly Flash Markle. Obviously getting set up on his first shot here, just showing off. This is an 8-point shot. Let's see here. Cue ball, let's see. All right. Holy cow, there's a lot going on in this shot. A lot of balls on the table, and end of story is Steve is going to make them all, I believe.
In one shot, it's quite a shot there. This is one shot I hate to practice a lot, because if you're missing, one ball, you can see where you're missing it. But if you're missing 2 or 3, it's tough to see where you're going, where you have to make the adjustments.
There's a lot of ball movement here. All right. So far, so good. Wow, did he nail this?
Wow.
Oh, he just missed that.
It. That's the worst part. If you make those 5 cluster balls and you come up short on that 6th ball, it hurts.
Yeah, that was it looked pretty good. I think the spin might have brought it up a little bit short. All right, so this is attempt number 2. I forgot. This was
It's an
is this a 8-point shot
8-point shot.
originally?
Yep.
So he's shooting for 7 points now. All right, so far so good. Here you go. This one is, it's right about the same exact shot. He's got to make a little bit of an adjustment here. He's hitting everything right, but he's got just a hair off with the cue ball. I mean, he missed it by an inch down at the bottom. You know, he's off by a 16th of an inch somewhere. You know, that's a long way for the cue ball to travel.
Sometimes I know a lot of the players will just, shoot it again, and even the slightest, tip of English one way or the other, you might make that 6 ball, but you might throw another ball off. So maybe, just shoot it the same way, just harder or softer. It depends on the table.
Caitlin says, hi, Andrew.
Hi, Caitlin.
All right. So he's almost finished setting up for his 3rd attempt. This attempt will be worth 6 points.
All right.
All right. Let's see what he does on his 3rd attempt here. Oh, he didn't make the 1. All right, so no points there. Jason coming to the table. All right, Jason's going to shoot it from the other side of the table. Jason is the self-admitted old man of the tour.
But definitely
Him and I did the last matchup. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of knowledge in the sport, though. Been around.
Oh yeah,
quite some time.
He's actually a very good, just straight up pool player. Also,
Yeah.
he kind of punished me when you guys were here in May and we played at the clubhouse. And he kind of punished me in a 9-ball set. All right, looks good. There it is. First attempt, 8 points. All right, so that makes the score, Jason, 8. Steve, nothing after the first inning, we'll call it, first round.
Yeah, he made that look real easy, but it's a tough shot.
So what kind of English are you using on that shot, Andrew?
I'm using about left English on the cue ball, and I'm hitting the right side of the outside ball. Usually it's a 1 or 2 ball, and that's what gets the cue ball around.
Okay. Oh, what is this? The over and under.
This is another nice little shot. You're gonna shoot the cue ball into the 1. The 1's gonna go into the pocket. Cue ball's good. Jump over the rack. Draw back for the 9. I've seen him and Abram make this shot, and the cue ball just cries back. It just comes back.
Yeah, he likes this shot. You see all of Jason's sponsors on his patch there. Helm V10, Railbirds, Digital Pool, League Room. All right, 8-point shot here.
Missed the one.
I think he actually caught the bridge stick with his cue. All right, so attempt number 2 for 7 points now. Big shout out to Sherry Ross on the cameras there. She does a great job.
All right, attempt number 3.
All right, third attempt, 6 points. Jason hit this and give him a chance to get a little gap on Steve here. There it is. Oh, he didn't make. Did he have?
Missed the one ball.
Do you have to make the one ball?
Yeah.
You do have to make the one ball. Okay.
No points.
All right. Still 8-0, middle of the second round.
Now it's Steve's chance to get some points on the board.
Yeah, this is big right here. If he can make this on the first shot, then he comes back to the table. Oh, no, Jason comes. Yeah, he comes back to the table.
Yeah, he comes back
with his shot next. So this could be big right here. Not only tie the score up, but actually potentially get the lead. A little more chalk there. There it is. That's
first
what he needed.
attempt.
Yep.
Wow.
Ties the score up at 8.
Moving on to the draw discipline. Let's see what Steve picks.
Lot of spin on that ball right there. Wow. Them little propellers on that ball, making that thing spin. So here you go, Andrew. This has been the big question here is for the last 2 days now is what are the markings on the Dynasphere cue ball?
That's a good question. I don't think I paid attention to that.
Good morning, Jim. Coach, I guess. Good morning from the Philippines.
Good morning, Coach.
Venom still in?
Yeah, he's on the far table against Jimmy Glanville from Massachusetts right now.
Okay, there's your bracket. Tim Chen, J.D. Movie, Brian Polly, Abram. A lot of good matches right there. So Kevin said that it's a Dynasphere. He said it's the Dynasphere marking.
Looks like triangles, but
It
I know.
I think it kind of looks like a little 3-leaf clover. Jason says it looks like a propeller to help with all the spin. All right, the one-handed quick draw is exactly what it says. One-handed. I'm going to shoot the one ball into the side pocket and draw the cue ball back to the rack to pocket the 2.
A lot harder than it looks.
Yeah. I mean, just holding the cue one-handed, let alone getting the draw on it nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's how you do it. First attempt.
9 points.
All right. That's what he needed right there. Get that point on it, get those points on that last shot, and come back and nail your choice. Put him in the driver's seat a little bit here.
Yeah, the key to the playoffs is always to make your shots, and hopefully your opponent picks a shot that you already know, and you're adding points there.
Whole different technique there. Jason's up a lot higher than Steve was. Steve was down there pretty much level cue. Jason's shooting this, I guess, similar to like a masse, if you will, shooting down on the cue ball for the draw.
Yeah, this shot has a lot of people shoot it quite differently. When I first started in 2015, a lot of people were on a knee just shooting it.
It would seem to me that Jason's choice of stance makes this shot just a little bit tougher. But by the same token, you could almost say it makes it a little easier too. You're getting some serious spin on it from the top of the ball. We jumped that one offside there a little bit. So 0 points. That's there. If you're Steve Markle, that's exactly what you're hoping for right there.
Oh, yeah.
You get your points on his shot and then make your shot and him struggle with your shot and leave you the lead going into the next round. So good choice by Steve.
Moving on to the follow discipline.
That's all right. Jason's digging deep in that book. He's going to come out with something right here. Inside spinner. I like this shot. I like this shot a whole lot. 8 points if made on the first attempt. I mean, if you look at it on paper, technically, it's a super easy shot. A lot of inside English on this shot.
About
there,
2 o'clock.
I'm assuming so. You go a lot of top left English. Shoot that cue ball around 2 rails. I mean, virtually speaking, a super easy shot, but to get it to go directly to the corner is, to get it to go down that area is one thing. To get it to go exactly to the pocket is another.
Yeah.
Very common shot here in 9-ball. See, that's the thing. You can get it down there. Did he get it? He certainly did. Wow, nice shot. Yeah, you can get it down there like that. That's not a problem. But the accuracy of getting it right to that corner pocket is pretty amazing.
Yeah, with this shot, sometimes you'll see players like stagger the 2 helper balls slightly different based off, if they're shooting it short or if they're shooting it long, because all it has to do is hit that first ball, and the second one should just drop.
Yep, very nice shot right there. All right, so let's see if Steve can keep his pace up here. get some points on it. If he can gain some points here, if he makes his points here off of Jason's shot, then he comes back to the table with his pick with the lead. For those of you watching, y'all check him out on the internet there. You can see on the back of his shirt, SteveMarklePool.com. I think it also said SteveMarkleTrickShots.com. Looks like he's got a few places. You go check him out. Going to come up a little high there.
Yeah, just.
Oh, wow, look at
that's
that ball
the
turn.
worst.
Oh, that's a setup thing right there. If he's on the edge of that pocket, that ball's gone.
Yeah, that's the worst kind of feeling. You make
That
the
ball,
shot, you come down, and
Goodness gracious, that ball's rolling. I thought he was going to come our way, but when it comes down here, man, that thing just turns left.
yeah, hit the rail and just.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, I'm paying attention to the setup. I'm going to try this shot tonight. I think Jason challenged me with a couple of shots. I think I'm going to practice up. I'll be ready for Jason when y'all go back to Lynchburg. All right, same thing.
Oh,
Turn. Oh, wow. He moved that thing. He moved it in a little farther into the pocket, and then came up a little short on it.
yeah, that's that happens when you make
He
adjustments.
didn't have as much spin on it there either. That ball didn't turn like the first one did. If that ball has the same spin as his first shot, he makes that shot right there.
Yeah, that's comes with adjustments, and sometimes when you look at it, you just want to either hit it the same way, or sometimes the adjustment actually can hurt you.
All right, third attempt. Still okay. You get these points, you're okay. Oh, he's got the English on it. That thing is not going to turn enough, though. Yeah. All right. Well, he's still got the lead by 1 point. Coming back with his shot. Would have been nice to have a 8 or 9 point lead. But the old saying, it doesn't matter if you win by a point or 100 points.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Steve back at the table here, just turned in his shot. Kevin's going to throw a graphic up here in just a second and tell you what shot we're going to do. All right, there we go, the escape shot.
It's a nice little shot. He's gonna hit the cue ball into the rail. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3 rails, and pocket the 8 ball.
English on this shot, still top right.
It's about 5 o'clock, and you just
bottom right,
you
bottom
dig
right.
it. You dig it right into the rail.
I got you. Looking good. He's going to come up a little high here. All right. Attempt number 2 with his adjustment.
This is another shot that looks easy, but slight variation can make it come up short or come up long.
Still going to be a little high there. A little higher that time.
Yeah, it looks like the angle on the cue is a little bit, like 1.5, and I usually aim around like 2 diamonds.
Jason waiting in the background for his chance at the shot. He's got a really strong
good.
stroke. This
That
looks a
looks
lot
good.
better.
Nice shot.
There you go. There you go. I think this shot kind of suits Jason's style too. He's got a real hard stroke.
Oh yeah. Definitely is one of the best strokes in the field.
All right. Yeah, that shot looked a lot better from the get-go. When I come over to the third rail, you knew he was going to be there. Yep. Nice little finish right there. All right, so here comes Jason trying the same shot. This looks good. I'm up just a hair high there. Speed was good. I'm going to pick the tip a little bit, get a little more chalk on it. I haven't seen that tool before. I'll have to ask him about that next time I see him. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, he's going to be high.
All right.
He was
Somewhere in the
higher.
middle.
He might should have not scruffed that tip there. All right, third attempt. Looks better. Yep, there you go. There you go. Yep. Good shot. All right, so he matched him. 5 points, third attempt.
Close match.
Yeah, very good match. All right. I think Jason's back at the table now. Yep. Well, he's almost telepathically talking to that ball. You can see it in his eyes.
So it looks like he's making a 6-point shot in stroke discipline. This is another shot that, looks easy, but it's more of a poke shot. If you stroke it too much, it's not gonna go. But yeah, you're poking at the cue ball. The ones get hit the 2. And the one and the 2 are going to go into the side pocket. The cue ball's going to draw back and make the 9 ball.
So, just out of curiosity, why do they set the ball that they put right in the pocket? I mean, you guys pretty much put that thing right on the edge, for the most part.
Yeah, it depends. Like I know my stroke's not straight, so I'll kind of put it to one side to play my stroke, but I don't know why a lot of players just put it right there.
I'm talking more about where they set the ball by tapping it with another ball.
Oh, that's to keep it
just
in
a
spot.
habit.
Yeah, it's just a habit.
All right. All right, attempt number 2 for Jason here.
Looks
There
good.
it is. He didn't stroke that ball near as hard as he did the first time.
No. Like I said, it's even though it's in the stroke discipline, it's a 6-point shot, and it's really just a poke. You hit that too hard, and anything can go wrong. The one ball might not make it. Cue ball might not draw back straight.
It's a good little shot right there. Just enough table speed to make that ball. All right, so Steve Markle's going to set up the same shot here. All right. Steve just about finished setting up here. All right, here we go. First attempt. What is how many? This is a 7-point shot?
It's a 6-point shot.
6 point. Okay. There it is. 6 points. Double kiss, draw a shot.
I mean, I like to call this my kryptonite shot because stroke is not my best discipline, and starting out with this shot is always intimidating.
So, what's your favorite shot in the book? You got 120 to choose from. What's your favorite shot?
Probably the easy button shot. Where
The what?
The easy button shot in special arts.
Okay.
It's basically a lot of running around and shooting balls into pockets.
Yeah, that's the one that you shoot opposite-handed for the last group of balls.
Yeah. A lot of people
That's right. I remember that shot.
Everybody thinks it's weird that I shoot it like that, but I'm actually a natural lefty. So when I switch for the last 9, or last 4, that's just an easy shot for me.
All right. Yep. Seeing you make that shot, I was able to commentate your match a little earlier with Jimmy Glanville. All right. So we're still on first attempt here, right? All right. Got it. First attempt. 6 points. So.
All right, 6 points.
All right. So you got Steve coming back to the table now with his choice of shots and a 2-point lead in a very tight match.
Very tight. That's what we like to see. We like to see a nice close match. Hard fought by both players, fighting over every point.
Yep. Yep. Super cool when it comes down to the last shot.
And it did in the in the finals for the World Championship last year. Very exciting finals.
All right. Looks like Steve just reported his shot there. Let's see what he's going to do. Jason patiently waiting his turn. The Yow's Barrier. It's an 8-point shot. So it looks like you're going to. All right, so you're jumping the row of balls and banking into the 8.
It's a fun little shot.
I mean, it's a tough shot. One ball clearance is
Yeah, we had a few
One ball
players.
clearance.
Oh, sorry.
one ball clearance is probably about as close as I will take a jump shot in a match. Any closer than that, it's just I'm not good enough to get it up and over that fast.
Yeah,
So
we
this
had
is a tough shot here. You get it up that fast, to get it over top of that quickly, and to be on target to bank into the 4 ball there on the side is really tough. A lot of elevation on that cue there. Somebody made a great shot on another table.
Yeah, Jamie Moody, definitely happy about the shot he just made.
Okay, cool deal. Be a little low there. All right. We'll retry that. It's a really good shot. Goodness gracious, look at the tip on that cue. There it is. Look at there. Very,
Nice.
very nice. Second attempt.
Second attempt.
So it's, what, 7 points?
Yeah, we've had some players in the past, Mark Dimmick and Marty Carey, they made special little jump cues to, specifically for these shots. Because a normal jump cue, it would make it really tough to shoot these.
All right, here we go. First attempt. A little high there. All right. Second attempt for 7 points. Looks good. Oh.
Close.
All right, third attempt for 6 points here. Ooh. That's going to be a tough one there. 0 points in that round.
Yeah.
So Steve up by 9 points now. Still just one shot. Imagine Jason's going to dig pretty deep into this book here and come out with something pretty tough and hope that he can make it and Steve won't.
Going to the Masse discipline, I have an idea of maybe the shot he might be picking.
Steve going through his book, doing his homework.
Exactly
Okay, this
what
is
I
the
thought.
jump mass, Yep, 9 point shot.
Yeah,
Jason
I think
likes
we all
this
saw
shot.
this one coming.
Yeah, he does like this shot. He'll sit up on the table with his leg propped up there, and
You can make this shot with
There
6
it is.
diamonds. Yeah, the whole point of this shot is, to come out 2 diamonds, hit the rack, and make 9. I've seen Jason do this, almost halfway, more than halfway down the table, and it just zipped right back.
all right, here you go. First attempt. All right, second attempt. All right, got to reset a little bit here. Pressure's kind of on him. He needs to make this shot right here. Steve comes out and pops his shot. Opens up a big gap. Not going to get it. That
Wow.
could hurt. That's 2 zeros in a row, and one of those being on his shot. That's tough right there.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling when you miss your shot and your opponent's shot.
All right, so Steve's going to do it on the other side of the table.
And with the delta rack, so
Steve dropped that. He dropped that 9 ball. That's too much pressure making the 9. Let me jump on the 1 ball. Shooting it on the 9 ball. You're shooting for the win. Let me just make the 1 ball. All right, Steve. Steve's chance to open up a gap here. He comes back to the table next. Got a runaway ball under the table there. And look at this.
Wow.
Look at this. Wow.
think it hit the
Nice shot. So, what's that, 9-point shot, right? There's a gap for you. And he's coming back to the table. Wow, that got well out past the side pocket. Come back with a vengeance. That little thing almost looks like a Mitsubishi emblem on that ball. All right, so Steve's, here you go, SteveMarklePool.com, TikTok at Markle Trick Shots, and I'm old and can't read the bottom two.
I can't read any of that.
Instagram at
Instagram.
Markle Trick Shots.
Yeah,
Facebook, I think, is on the bottom is Markle. What
Steve
is it?
Markle,
Steve
professional
Markle,
pool player.
professional pool player. So you can make it simple. Just go to SteveMarklePool.com. I'm sure you can get to anywhere from there. Steve's a good guy. I like him. He friend requested me on Facebook after you guys played in Lynchburg, and that was where I had met him this year. All right, 7-point shot, the zip shot. Oh, I like this shot. So this is going to carry him off of the 1, carry him off the yellow ball, pocket the blue, and the cue ball is going to drive down the table and pocket the 3. You do not have to pocket the 1 ball.
No, but it's always exciting when you do.
Right, and clear the table. It's like, hey, I one-upped you here. What's the English on this shot here, Drew?
It's, think about right. Depends on, it's right. So that when it hits that, I made that look easy. It's right so that it just comes into the 2 ball, and then once it hits the 2 ball, it makes that kind of hug the rail and make the 9.
Okay. All right, so Jason needs this ball here. He needs this shot badly. All right, here you go, Jason. You know, you might have to commandeer Jamie Moody's nickname and tag Jason in that.
Speaking of nicknames, do you know where Steve Markle got his nickname Philly Flash?
I think they told me this story, but I do not remember.
So apparently they were playing an event at the Rio in Las Vegas. Steve goes to retrieve a ball out of the ball return, bends over, and his pants just completely split down the middle.
Oh my God, that's right. I remember that story now.
He was rooming with Abram
so
Diaz.
funny.
Abram has to go run back up to the room. If you've ever been to the Rio, you know it's like about 2 miles from the pool room to the hotel room. So We had to pause the tournament and wait for him to come back with a fresh pair of pants.
Wow.
That's, yeah. I do remember that story now. That's funny. Steve was laughing as they were telling it. All right, here we go now. Third attempt. Jason needs this shot. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, that was the first wild card shot. So now, Steve's up. He might start pick a little like 6-point, 7-point shots just to keep the lead.
Hey, that's what Jason said in on the last match when you were playing, and Jimmy Glanville did not follow that pattern.
No, me and
He
Jimmy.
came out the wild cards with 9 and 10-point shots.
Yeah, we were playing a lot of 9 and 10-point shots.
All right, so Jason's got to get back in this match. He needs a big shot here. You can do this, Jason. I got faith in you, buddy. Come on. But not to take nothing away from Steve Markle. Steve is shooting lights out.
Oh yeah,
He's shooting very well.
Steve's he recently came back to the sport, but he's a veteran. He's been around a while. He knows a lot of these shots.
This would be Andrew's favorite shot. The 1-2-3-3-2-1. I think if I remember correctly in Lynchburg, Andrew hit the one ball at about 400 miles an hour. And
Yeah.
had to really struggle and was able to accomplish the shot.
Yeah, Jamie Moody, he shot at his first attempt, kind of put the pressure on me, and when I hit the first, the 3 really hard, I was just like, just shoot and see what happens.
Right.
But,
All right. So Jason missed his first shot.
Yeah, this shot
Missed the one ball.
seems like easy, but again, it's all depending on the speed of the first ball. You hit that too hard, you have to kind of hustle with the other 2.
So you need just enough speed on this 3 ball for it to just fall over the edge. The 2 ball needs to drop in. The 1 ball needs to hit the back. There you go, just like that. Oh, no, he did not run out of gas. Thought he had that one there. I really did. It looked like he hit the 3 ball good.
That's why it's a 10-point shot.
All right, third attempt, 8 points. He needs these. Good speed. Oh, he missed that one trying to fire it in the hole. I'll use one of his lines. We thank Diamond Products for their tight pockets this weekend. The Billiards perimeter light, Diamond Billiard Products, Championship Billiard Fabric, all sponsors, Dynaspheres, and Premier Billiards up there. Thanks to Kevin, we appreciate that. All right, here we go.
Yeah, this shot's definitely a love-hate relationship because it can go either way.
Steve's got an advantage on this shot being left-handed.
Wow.
And the 3 but didn't fall. Yeah, I didn't think about that, him being left-handed.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of his shots are mirrored because of that.
Caitlin
Yeah.
said this is why she has a love-hate relationship with speed shots.
Oh yeah, I agree. Wow.
Ah, did the same thing that Jason did. Popped that one out of there. You're having to hit that ball so hard, it obviously it just kills your accuracy.
Yeah, and when I shoot that one ball, I don't even really aim. It's you need to beat the 2 and the 3.
You definitely don't have time to aim. All right, here we go. Third attempt. All right. Oh, he hit that pretty good. I was going to say, does it count if the one ball goes 3 rails into the other corner?
Some of us wish that would be.
Right. All right. Well, that gives Jason an opening to get back into it a little bit. At least Jason did choose a shot that his opponent wasn't able to make. So Jason doesn't look real happy. It's sitting there.
Yeah, I've been there. I know that feeling. You're picking your shots and you want to be making your own shots. It's frustrating when you don't.
All right. So we got Steve coming back up to the table here. By the way, going to give a shout out again to I think it's Sherry Ross. She was trying to read Steve's vest and she heard us and zoomed in on it. And she does an awesome job on the cameras. I wish my stream back in Lynchburg was that good. All right, 8 points. The big guy Massey.
You'll see, players shoot this slightly different. I've seen people do like a half masse shot, and some like me, I would actually play it like a masse shot, almost 90 degrees when I shoot it.
All right, first attempt. Well, this is going to be close. Oh. That was pretty close right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't get much closer than that. Great camera work. We signed Sherry up for ESPN. She is Johnny on the spot with some of those camera angles.
Joni on the spot.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Second attempt. This is going to come up above it, and oof. Well, he's consistent. That ball was just about as close. One more attempt here. Pretty close there. All right. Last attempt. Oh, he come way down the table on that one. All right. All right. Jason has an opportunity here. He needs this on the first shot. Pick up 8 points. That would make it give him 34, and then he's back at the table then with his choice of shots and the ability to kind of climb back into this match.
Yeah.
It is not over yet. All right, let's see what he does here. First attempt for 8 points. Come on, Jason. Get yourself back on track here. He's going to be a little high on this one. Yeah. All right. So on to attempt number 2. Oh, I see what you're saying. He didn't. Steve Markle was really jacked up on his.
Yeah.
Jason's in. He's coming in a little flatter with the cue and just kind of spinning it around that obstacle there in the middle. He's jacked up a little more now. Oh, look. He might get this off the bottom rail. Oh, man.
Wow.
That's got to be heartbreaking right there.
Yeah, I definitely would rather miss the ball completely than have it hit the helper ball and just still not go in.
Just tucked right in behind it.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Tucked in there and kicked it out of the way, actually. All right, so Jason back at the table now. Really need. I mean, it's getting crunch time now. He's got to put some points on the board here.
Yeah.
And lucky for him, honestly, Steve has missed a couple of shots here recently. But I mean, if not for that, so Jason's got to pick something up here that he's really comfortable with. That's a good point return for him, because he's down, 20? I mean, he's down 25 points. He's down 3 shots. So he's got to figure something out here pretty quick. He's looking. Hey, while we got a little downtime here, let's give a big thanks to Kevin and all he does for the stream, getting the graphics up for you guys to see that. So
You're welcome.
I promise you, man, I did this stream in May, and it's really difficult without the graphics. It is super hard without the graphics as a commentator to try to explain to you what these people are going to do with these balls. So big thanks to Kevin for all he does, get all the sponsor logos up, and Sherry with the great camera work, being right on the spot where you need her to be so you can see it. They put a lot into it. I promise you, as a ballroom runner and a streamer and commentator, I know what kind of work's involved in. They're doing a great job. Their stream is top notch here.
Yeah.
I would not be opposed to people hitting that little super chat button below the chat window.
There you go. All right, so the Speedy Skater, 9-point shot. A lot of cue ball action here. So I think we've seen this shot yesterday in one of the rounds. He's going to pocket the one into the corner or whatever ball he chooses to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there you go. Thanks, Railbirds, from Robert Egg. Then that cue ball is going to go like 47 rails with the assistance of those cues to pocket the 9 ball there. Actually, I think it's 6. I might have exaggerated a little bit, but there you go. It's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 cues, 5, 6 rails, plus cues for redirection.
You ask me, too many rails.
All right, here we go. First attempt. He needs this. This is going to look, if he's got it set up right, it's good. Oh, there you go. There you go. He needed that 9 points. That was big for him right there. That was real big. All right. So now if you're Jason, you're hoping that Steve Markle does not answer this. If you're Steve Markle, you really just to stay on track, all you got to do is make this on any attempt, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. See, look, there's them 47 rails I was talking about. Oh, he needed every inch of it too. Good camera work there again. Okay, so Steve setting up on the same shot here. All right. Jim Barnard says, thanks, Railbirds.
Yeah, I'm gonna thank Railbirds too, because coming to these tournaments and just seeing the stream, it's great what they do.
All right.
We enjoy doing it.
You almost have to, because it's not about anything other than just the enjoyment of doing it. It's, to be honest. All right, here we go. First attempt for 9 points.
Yeah, you're right. There aren't any pool streamers out there getting rich off of streaming pools, so it's a labor of love.
It really is. Well, he pocketed the 9-ball. Does that count? That was
That's the way Andrew wishes the shot was, because he said it was too many rails.
right. All right, so attempt number 2, and again, Steve's under no pressure here. He's accumulated a good lead. All he's got to do is make this shot on any attempt, and everything's pretty good for Steve. Jason, on the other hand, needs to be sitting over there hoping that Steve can not answer his first attempt shot, and then you got to hope that maybe Steve struggles with his next choice of shots, and Jason's able to hit the shot and kind of climb back into the match. So that's what it's going to take. So definitely not over yet.
No.
So they're all professionals, and these are all super hard shots.
Most of the guys, Steve and Jason included, they know majority of the shots that are in the book.
This is probably going to work if he's set up right. And bing.
Good.
There you go. You seen it from Steve. He knew it was going to go. So there you go. 8 points on that shot for Steve Markle. Really just kind of stays the same right there. Jason picked up 1 point. There you go. Here he comes. Gotcha. Yep.
It's like you knew
Kevin,
the camera
you need to,
was right there.
You need to extract a photo.
He
from
may have
that,
been doing that for the
replay
camera
right
a little
there.
bit.
Yeah, you need to extract that photo right there. That was a really good photo of him. Just clip that frame right there, and
Yep, I'll have to grab a screenshot for him.
it looked like a good Facebook profile picture right there.
Steve was on Team USA for Trick Shots, World Trick Shots, so he's familiar with the camera, and it was like he knew the camera was right there.
Right. All right. Where are we at now? 24-point lead. That's big. It's still a 3-shot lead. Steve Markle's next shot,
Picking 6
one-handed
points.
jump shot. So he's going to jump over 2 rows of balls there from inside that box and pocket the box in the corner. And you're going to do it one-handed. Sorry. Just about anybody can make that jump shot 2 hands. One hand is a different story.
And as you can see, Steve's, starting to pick 6-point shots. So if he knows a little shot that he can make just to get points on the board.
Well, plus by the same token, if you do 6-point shots, honestly, you're looking at you put Jason an extra shot behind because at
Yeah.
6-point shots now you're 4 shots behind. There you go, 6 points. As Kevin said yesterday, easy peasy. Well, not quite, but they sure do make it look good. All right. Yeah, he just makes it, just another day at the office. Steve's kind of pretty much on cruise control right now. All right. There you go. 6 points for each player that round. So no win, no loss. Still floating even. 24-point lead for Steve Markle. Thank you. All right. Jason back to the table now. He's got to pick a big shot. He needs a 10-pointer. He needs a 10-pointer that Steve's going to struggle with, to be honest. I've kind of lost track of where we're at. I don't know how many more shots they have left.
Oh, circular draw.
There's your 10-point shot.
He was shooting this one lights out earlier in the tournament, so it's probably one of his favorite shots. Yeah, so for this shot, he's going to shoot the cue ball into the one, pocket the one ball into the corner pocket. Cue ball's going to hit the rail, go around the blocker ball, and then just come right back and make the combo.
Here we go. Attempt number 1, 10 points. Didn't get around the blocker ball there. All right. 9 points for this next attempt. There it is. Look at that. Pretty shot. Pretty shot. 9 points. Give the man 9 points. Now, you got to hope that Steve struggles with this shot, and then you're only 15 points down.
Yeah, this is, if you ask my opinion, this is probably one of the hardest shots in the book. He makes it look easy, but it's nowhere near easy.
This would be one heck of a comeback if he could, if he can make it happen. To be honest, though, Steve is shooting really well.
Yeah.
So we're about to find out. Pretty cue he's got there. All right, here we go. First attempt for 10 points. If he nails this, he's
It's going to be tough.
All right. That's all right. Second attempt now for 9 points. I mean, again, Steve's in the same spot. I mean, there's no pressure on him really. I mean, he can make this. All he's got to do is make it. Doesn't really matter where he makes it, what shot he makes it on. He's just got to keep making the shots, and he's going to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, 15 points is still anybody's game.
Oh, has he got enough gas? He's going to slide out a little wide there.
Yeah.
And run out of gas. All right, so third attempt now for 8 points.
I have a nickname for this shot. It's called the page turner. It's just really tough of a shot. So looking at our the 4 tables we have, it seems like 2 of the matches are over. See if I can get a score update for both of them.
Yeah, they've got to be getting pretty close here themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to slide out wide, though. Okay. He had a little more gas on it that time. Just slid out wide. All right.
All right.
So now he's back at the table. All right, here comes Steve's shot. Jason's going to get it out in his book and do his little research and studying, and we'll find out here what Steve's going to do. He just called his shot in, I think.
It's looks like it's a 6-point Massey shot.
This is a jump out of the rack and draw. No, we did that one.
Nope. It's
Oh, this is the actual Massey around the rack. Okay.
yeah. Just
6 points.
Get 6 points on the board.
And make it harder for Jason to catch him. There it is.
Good attempt.
Good solid shot. Just like you said, just to keep putting the points on the board. All right, so Jason needs to come up and hit this, and then Jason needs to come out with another big 10-point shot, first attempt. Good shot right there. A lot of action on that cue ball. Well, as we're drawing to the end, let's thank everybody that we need to thank. Obviously, the league room for their hospitality, letting us come in here. Perimeter Billiard Lights at the league room. Diamond Billiard Products, Incorporated. Championship Billiard Cloth. Dynaspheres, Good Balls. League room's authorized distributor of all of them. PremierBilliards.com for any of your billiards needs that you need. I, again, can't thank Kevin and Sherry enough. Andrew for being here beside me. Y'all like and subscribe to our page and keep following us. Keep doing all we can do and try to make it nice for you and keep you up to date with what all these guys are doing. This is a really cool event.
So it
Like I said,
actually looks like the match is over.
Okay, so it looks like they've called it. So I guess we leave the end of this here up to Kevin. And
So it is impossible for Jason to win from here, mathematically speaking. So he concedes the match. Congratulations to Steve. Markle will be moving on. Let's grab that tournament bracket real quick here. Yeah, he will be playing. Where is he? The winner of Florian and Jimmy. I don't know the result of that match. Looks like they're just wrapping up down there on that fourth table. I mean, I can guess who won, but I don't know. The next matches will be taking place tomorrow at noon, I believe, is when they start. We will have an awards presentation later tonight for the various discipline awards, for the various discipline winners. There are 8 different disciplines, so we're going to have 8 different awards for the winner of each one. That'll be around 8:30, 9 o'clock. About an hour and a half, 2 hours from now, thereabouts. We'll have that awards for you guys. So I am Kevin Ross, along with Andrew, the driver, Sozio, James Marvin, and the best camera operator in the world, Sherry Ross. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys later. See you guys.
thank you. Have a good night.